K1, this week we have been learning about gardens and planting seeds and how to grow flowers and vegetables. I'd like to teach you some more information about gardens, and then we're going to do an art project all together. Here are some pictures of gardens. What do you notice? Those are great ideas. I noticed some of the same things, that our gardens are planted in rows so that they're nice straight lines of crops and plants. I noticed that the flowers are planted on one part of the garden and the vegetables are planted in another part. I noticed that the plants look different. Some of the plants are tall, some of them are short, some of them are dark green, and some of them are light green. I also see that these gardens have signs in them. After gardeners planted seeds in rows and covered them with soil, they placed signs in the garden. Why do you think that gardeners placed signs in their garden? Exactly. Gardeners place signs in their garden to tell them information about the plants that are growing there. What kind of information do these signs tell you? These signs tell us things like cucumbers are growing, tomatoes are growing, green beans are growing. How do I know that from looking at the signs? Yeah, I can see pictures of the different vegetables that are growing. I can also read the words on the signs, and the words help us to know. The words say corn, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. They also give us information about the plants that are growing in this garden. Garden signs convey or tell information. They use words, drawings, and symbols to tell information like what kind of plant, what kind of care it needs, and how to plant it. So this picture of signs right here on the front of the sign, it shows that there are these yellow flowers growing with a picture. It also has words that say African marigold. So we know that this flower that is growing is called an African marigold. And then it has symbols. There's a symbol for water, which tells how much water it needs to grow healthy. There's a symbol for insects. It tells what kind of insects might eat this plant, what they have to be careful of. And then it gives information about how to plant this kind of flower. So signs tell us a lot of good information about things we might need to know as gardeners when we're growing our plants. I want to show you some signs that are in my. Here's my garden where I've planted a few different vegetables and flowers. I want to show you some of the signs that I have in my garden to help give information about the plants here. This sign says jalapeno, hot pepper. It tells that this plant right here is a little pepper that's growing. It's hard to tell right now that it's a pepper because there are no peppers that have grown yet. So the sign helps me to know what's planted here. And then on the back, it gives more information about what kind of light it needs. It says it needs full sun, 6 hours. It tells about how deep I need to plant them and how long they grow. It says in 72 days, a pepper will grow. It will be mature. I have other signs in my garden as well. This one says shishito pepper. This one is zucchini squash. What do you notice about these signs? Tell me something that you notice about them. Yeah, what do you notice about this one? These signs have pictures and words to give information about the plants that are growing. This is a flower that's growing here. You can see this sign has a picture of the flower as well as the flower name, lavender. It tells me that this plant is going to grow into a beautiful purple flower called lavender. Let's take a look at some of the other signs that are in the plants in my garden. These are different kinds. They don't have bright pictures, those just have words. They say parsley. And this sign says cucumber. They give more information about the plants that are growing here. For an art project today, we are going to make our very own garden signs, and you can put these in the little gardens that you made with your seeds, or you can kind of do a dramatic play center where you pretend that you're a gardener planting a garden, and you can make seeds for your pretend garden. So what you need for this is paper and some kind of a stick for your sign. You can use popsicle sticks, you could use toothpicks. I went outside and I collected some twigs from some trees. So these twigs are going to be my sticks that I use. And then you need either glue or tape or something sticky to stick your paper to your sticks. So you're going to decide what kind of plant you're going to draw first on your sign. I have cucumbers in my garden, so I'm going to draw a cucumber on my piece of paper. Thinking about what cucumbers look like. I want my sign to convey or tell information about my cucumber plant. So I'm going to draw a cucumber with some vines on it. A couple of cucumbers. And then I'm going to write the word cucumber because signs can have symbols, pictures, and words on them. Cucumber. I need to write a C to start with. Cucumber. And then we learned about how plants need sun and moisture in order for them to grow. So I'm going to draw a picture of some raindrops or some water droplets as a symbol that my cucumbers need water to help them grow. They're little tiny raindrops up in the corner there. And let me see if I can find my yellow to make, oh, there we go. My yellow marker to draw a little sun to tell the information that my cucumbers also need sun to help them grow. So now that has the information on them, I'm going to take my tape and stick my sign to my stick. Now I can go out into my garden and stick this in, and I know that cucumbers are growing in my garden. Let's do one more together. I also have tomatoes growing in my garden. What color do I need for tomatoes? That's right, I need a red marker to do tomatoes. I'm going to draw a picture of tomatoes. And now I'm going to draw tiny tomatoes because in my garden I planted cherry tomatoes, which are the really tiny ones, not the big ones that you use to make sandwiches or put on hamburgers, but the little ones that you can add to pasta or just eat as snacks. So you want your sign to be accurate and tell what kind of plant or what kind of vegetable it is. Little cherry tomatoes. And I'm going to draw the stem for them. And some leaves. And then I will write tomatoes on my sign. Tomatoes. What letter should I write first? Yes, letter T. Tomatoes. Now I will also draw a picture of the sun because tomatoes also need warmth, and some pictures of raindrops. What should I do next? That's right, I'll stick it to my, it's like a little signpost with my tape, and then I can go put them in my garden. Tomatoes. Think about what kind of sign you're going to make in your art center today. What will you draw? Those are great ideas. If you make a sign today and put it in your garden, take a picture and send it to me so I can check out what kind of art you have done. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.